Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. There have been multiple reactions by Nigerians over the suspension of the sit-at-home order, which was brought to bear by the indigenous people of Biafra, a strategy which they adopted to get at the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu. Don't forget that the 9th of August was the first Monday that they observed the sit-at-home order, and for different environment, it was not funny, though IPOB came out to denounce what had happened, especially the cases where, bosses were burned, people were killed, and all of that. They denounced it, that they were not those they were not part of the group that was going around to do all of that, but it was caused by DSS and, all of that. We wouldn't want to talk much about that. But right now, we know that the DOS, Director of State, has come up to tell Nigerians that the sit-at-home order has been suspended. And the only day where they are going to observe sit-at-home order will be the day that Nnamdi Kanu will be retried again, or will appear in the court. For the next one, we will be expecting it on the 21st of October, which is the day slated for Nnamdi Kanu to appear. But right now, we are looking at what Nigerians have said and what some key groups have said. And one of them who have spoken about it is actually Ohanaeze Youth. Ohanaeze Youth Council. We're going to look at what their reaction is towards the suspension of the sit-at-home order, which they were earnestly begging for. But before we do all of that, if you've not subscribed to our channel, kindly hit the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. All right, let's look at the news in detail. Ohanaeze Youth Council, OYC, the youth wing of the Apex Igbo socio-cultural organization, Ohanaeze Igbo, has hailed the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, for calling off the sit-at-home protest on Mondays. It was learned that the order, which would have continued this Monday, was reviewed early Saturday morning to now hold only on days the IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu would appear in court. Reacting to a statement he issued on Saturday, the President General of OYC, Mazi Oku Nwabweke, said the IPOB took a laudable decision. He hailed the group for listening to its earlier advice and called on the Southeast leaders to ensure that Kanu is freed soon. The statement reads, "We receive with great delight the news that indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has suspended the sit-at-home order, which was to be observed every Monday. This has shown that the IPOB is sensitive to the feelings of Igbo masses who are being affected economically, educationally, and in other various ways by that order. The Ohanaeze Igbo youth worldwide is gladdened that the agitators listened to our earlier appeal that other diplomatic channels, including Igbo leaders, should be explored in seeking the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu. We say that this decision by IPOB family should be utilized by Igbo leaders to meet with the federal government and ensure unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu, who we continue to say is a political prisoner. In the interest of peace, the President Muhammadu Buhari-led government, which has been releasing Boko Haram terrorists under the guise of rehabilitation, should have no justification to continue holding Nnamdi Kanu in detention. Once again, we commend the IPOB for this great decision." Wow, this is a good one, I tell you. And don't forget that this was part of the advice that was given to IPOB. But then what they have done right now is a pointer to the fact that, this group is still led by humans, and they have feelings and they understand what the people are going through, because when they brought this order up, it was a way of expressing their anger for their leader to be put under hold for quite a long time. Don't forget that the manner in which he was brought into the country was considered to be a kidnap from Kenya, which most Kenyans are suffering, a lot of shouting and anger tantrums. They are feeling it right now from IPOB members. Some days ago, we brought a video where IPOB members in South Africa, far away South Africa, were at the gate of the embassy of Kenya, refusing them to do anything, demanding that they should ensure that Nnamdi Kanu is released. If not, they won't have any peace, because the whole thing actually happened in Kenya. But be that as it may, looking at the situation on ground right now, most Nigerians are really happy that this is happening, because already most people had, say that if this keep continuing, automatically we are going to see a situation whereby a state of emergency may be declared in the southeast, and situations will not get better. And that is why I think the youths are hailing them and telling them a big thank you. And it's a way of it kind of portray the kind of government, when IPOB is, realize the kind of government that they will run. It will be a government that take the people into consideration. They consider the views of the people first before, they launch out. They look at every decision to be taken will be on the grounds of people's plea. What are the people saying before you make a decision? And it's quite an interesting one. And a lot of people have reacted. There's a particular reaction I just want to read out, and the person here said that let this not be a pointer to the fact that Nnamdi Kanu is getting weaker, or it's being talked to in DSS custody, and that is why everything is calming down like this. But I feel that for me, they don't need to talk to anybody about this, for them to call it up. He just feel that this will affect the economic and educational status of, the place that they're intending to kickstart this government. And if we continue like this, they may not get enough support. And, this opportunity, just like the Johannes you'd have said, is a good time for, the Southeast leaders to stand up tall to defend their own. Because if you look at Nigeria, one of the things that it's most prevalent is the issue of favorism, the issue of ethnicity. That's one of the things that you just can't close your eyes to. Everyone seems to be supporting their own, For example, see the level of support Igbo is getting, see the level of support that even these boys who were troubling the whole nation, talking about the Boko boys, look at the support some of them are getting for, destroying land and repenting and being accepted back into the society. So that's why you see the leaders of Southeast have been called upon to give same reaction by pushing hard to ensure that Nnamdi Kanu is released. He's only a political prisoner. He's a freedom fighter. And if he's a freedom fighter, then keeping him in custody seems not to be the right step in the right direction, and, applying them like this, make them know that the decision is outrightly good. So go to our comment section. What's your reaction towards the suspension?